Good afternoon. This is a video for applying moral foundations theory to prompts. The first one would be a man working for a tech company circulates an article arguing that having quotas for women in the tech workplace lowers the quality of work being done. Because women aren't naturally drawn to tech work like men are, he is fired by the company. I could see where he's coming from, and I could also see different points of view that he took, with which I do not agree with, which is perfectly fine. Him saying because they aren't naturally drawn to tech work. There have shown various types of statistics showing that women aren't that much into the tech field as much as men are, and that's perfectly okay. But what wrong was that he got fired, which was reasonable enough to be honest. He showed that he cared about the women by making them not have quotas, but also diminishing them because he didn't think that they were up to the standards, and that the quality of work wasn't going to be good either, even though it was going to be good because everybody had quotas, and that they were all making sure that they were all specified completely and well. And I could see where he's coming from. There are multiple ways to come from this, and also from fairness, because how can the women have quotas and the men don't have quotas when it comes to the tech field? And probably liberty to choose to make sure that that they're treated fairly and that everything is going to be going great in the company. A second one, a baker won't make a wedding cake for two men getting married to each other as he is opposed to gay marriage. He is brought to trial for violating their civil rights. He probably comes from a worldview that he grew up with, either religion or how he was raised by his parents, saying that, or opposing that two men or two women should be able to get married and not live happy lives, when there is the careness for the moral reasoning, the foundation theory, that they may be able to protect from harm, or that he's probably in a city or a state where they don't legalize gay marriage and it's not fair for them. That also goes into the fairness attribute. And another one would be a woman comes into the country illegally because there's so much economic opportunity in that country. She doesn't pay taxes there and sends most of the money back to her own country to support her family. There are multiple ways to come at this. One would be liberty, saying that how's that fair? Oh no, sorry, not liberty. Fairness, to protect from cheating, saying that she came into the country legally and she doesn't have to pay as many taxes because she's under the quota, and she sends all her money back to her family, which a lot of people would see that as cheating, since she doesn't have to pay taxes. Why do they have to pay taxes? Obviously to pretty much support her and her life when they're over there struggling. I could see her point of view, loyalty to her family, making sure that she's working hard and that she's sending money for them so that she could support them. And care as well. You should be able to care for your family and come from different points of view, that I want to go and reach out and do work and get out of my comfort zone to support the people that I care about and to make sure that everyone's well, even if it means going into a different country. But there are also plenty of things that I do not agree with and agree with, but it's not my point to come and talk about my point of view. It's to look at all the different points and worldviews of everybody else and bring them all together. All the moral foundations theory, as how I learned about it through the Open Mind app, is pretty good. The value of it is amazing, making sure where everybody comes from, how they arrived there, where their stone pillars are, their building foundations, and to what every argument and how they feel, where they come from, and can be expressed through key words or their actions as well. And it's really great. And it was great strengths because it shows that a lot of people, they may be coming from the same foundations, but they don't realize it by and words they how they word it, and how they just either completely shut down and don't listen to other people, when in reality they should be open and make sure that everyone's perspectives and worldviews are being heard so they can fully understand what they're really talking about. And I didn't identify any weaknesses inside of this theory. Thank you.